Look what I'm working on. Working on a Volvo. Let's open this up here. I like new toys. New toys. Poppers for the kids. Must be really tiny. Oh, fancy. Look at this. Velcro Volvo 2.5 liter, 2.4 liter. This is an exhaust manifold Velcro gasket. And it is pretty. Hopefully, I don't break any studs off doing this. If we break studs off, we break studs off. I'll just have to order them too. Hopefully it don't go that direction. So yeah, there's that. Oh, this looks like a magnet. What is this? Collector Series 130, Craig's Chrysler built with Rock Auto parts. Huh. Cool. See that down there? Probably can't see it all that good. Let me turn my little headlight on here. Alright, now you see it. You can also see that it's not attached anymore anywhere. I have completely gotten this thing completely loose from the engine. So I wanted to get this turbocharger out because I had an issue. And the issue is one of the catalytic converter bolts. There's three 10 millimeter bolts holding the flange of the catalytic converter onto the exhaust flange of the turbo outlet. And one of those bolts cross-threaded going back in. So now I'm gonna have to get the exhaust flange, and I wanted to get the turbo and manifold assembly out of the car. So go over here, I check my VIDA program. It shows you how to do stuff. And look at this. Alright, it shows you disconnect hoses from the intake pipe, blah blah blah, remove the intake pipe. This is all on top of the engine. You can see the intake pipe from turbo to the throttle body that goes under the engine. There's three 10 millimeter bolts on the bottom of the engine that comes out. So you remove that, then you remove this hose, then you remove this elbow from the turbo inlet, you remove the heat shield, you remove the two coolant pipes, which are those are 17 millimeter. The plug to the turbo controller. Is that the turbo controller? Boost controller. That's the boost controller plug. So you remove that. I'm spitting all over the place. Let me swallow. Alright. Then I think that's an oil pressure sensor. You remove that, which I had to do that with a crescent wrench. I think it would take a 19, if I'm not mistaken. A 19 open wrench would probably get that off. But I don't have a 19. I have up to a 17, but I don't have a 19. So I had to use a crescent wrench on that. I just used a little short one. And it doesn't have to be very tight. You can see it only has to be, excuse me, it only has to be, let's see, oil pressure pipe. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that's an oil pressure sensor. Or oil pressure, I don't know what it is. Anyways, whatever it is, it's only 26 newton meters. You know, what is that in foot pounds? It's not much. Then these two bolts are that hold the what is that? Is that the oil? Is that oil sending? I don't remember which one that is. Anyways, I did this last night and I was half asleep, so both of those are 19 millimeters. I do remember that. Okay, then this one, I don't know why. The oil drain from the turbo to the oil pan. The oil drain right here. These two bolts are not bolts. They are screws. They are Torx, T25 Torx, and they will strip. They will strip right on out. So I wound up having, one of them actually did come out. I was very careful because I stripped the first one. They're both very, 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 very difficult to get to. The front axle runs right below this pipe. And it's like, in comparison, it's like this big around. You know, it's like half the size of that turbo housing. So it's nearly impossible to get straight on to those two screws. It is not accessible. Okay, then you remove the exhaust manifold, 12 bolts. Okay, then you know that's it. Then it shows you how to remove the boost, whatever it is. And then to install, reverse the removal procedure. Okay. Then, once I remove those 12 bolts, I try to get it out. It don't freaking come out. Okay. Then I went over here to Google and said, this guy said, due to recent issues, S40, blah, blah. Looked at his Haynes manual. So it says, removal and refitting turbocharger. It's a 4-spanner job. Holy shit. Manifolds removal, refitting, drain cooling. Okay, it did say that. So let's go back over to VIDA. Let's go to the top. Battery disconnect, cooling system, drain, charge and bleed. Remove the catalytic converter. That's all it freaking says. Oh, you know, I didn't check this catalytic converter. Does it say that you gotta remove a bunch of crap? Well, whatever. Anyways, you get the deal. Disconnect the gear change cable from the transmission lever. Remove the drive shafts. Suspend the right side of the engine. Remove lower torque rod from the engine. Remove steering rack bolts and suspend. What? Place jack under the subframe and remove the subframe. Remove the catalytic converter. Remove the wires and pipes to the turbo. Back to the 4-spanner job, removing the turbo. Come on, seriously, did nobody at Ford think, turbo might fail and it's nigh on bloody impossible to change it. Oh well, never mind. This explains why Volvo quoted over European 1200 to change the turbo. You can see this one freaking tore to hell. I don't know why this one is so bad, but you can see it is in multiple pieces. Here's some more of it over here. I don't know. I think I'm still missing a couple little pieces somewhere. But man, this thing is a PITA. Alright, look at this. Look what I got. Look what I got. Okay, so we're gonna get this area cleaned up right here. Not sure if you can see me over here. I don't know if I'm out of frame. But anyways, behind where this intercooler was is a really nasty right here. So I'm trying to get all this kind of cleaned up a little bit, so that way when the intercooler goes, dang, when the intercooler goes back on here, I've got a clean radiator behind it, because let me show you this for a second here. So basically what happens, I've got you plugged into a charger so it don't die. So in this bottom section right here behind the intercooler, there's no way for that to get cleaned out. No matter how much water you pour in there and flush it out, doesn't matter. All these leaves and stuff's gonna get stuck in here, and then especially in this corner, no way you can see it, but it is pretty freaking nasty in that corner right there. That's what leads to the radiator corrosion in the bottom side. Starts leaking, and that's what causes you to have to replace the freaking radiator. Okay, so let me put you back over here. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, I just gave it a little quick scrub down. So basically what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just do a little rinse down, and then put some coolant in this thing. So that's put some nice Presto coolant. Everything's quiet, way quieter now. Very nice. Needs new belts, new timing belt, of course. Great. It's so much better. Thermostat hasn't opened yet, so that needs to happen. That pipe's still cold. Water's warm. Leaks. No leaks. Looking good here. Still cold. We'll give her a rev and see what happens. We're warmed up enough for that anyway. Yeah. Woo! Bang! She's crazy. See the water coming out of the overflow over there? It's crazy. But she opened up. No, still cold right now.